That means drugs, you're taking prescription drugs for what is an emergency condition, and all you're doing is creating more emergency. On the other hand, by relaxing the body, by removing the emergency, which usually involves food, blood sugar, or some kind of toxicity that's entering into the system, usually through the digestive system, the blood pressure drops on its own. And you can prove this to yourself, as we said millions of times in my presentations and on this radio program. You can prove this to yourself, the link between the emergency response and hypertension and high blood pressure, by sitting on the couch, practicing deep breathing. Take a blood pressure cuff, take your blood pressure baseline, whatever it is, if you have high blood pressure that is, then spend 2 minutes deep breathing or 3 minutes deep breathing. Get yourself an app, My Calm Beat, off your iPhone or Android, or bio breathing. There's lots of these breathing applications. Practice 2 or 3 minutes of deep breathing. Do your blood pressure again, and watch what happens. It will drop like a stone. Why the heck would anybody take a poison drug? Why would a healthcare professional who's taken the Hippocratic Oath to do no harm poison a patient, give a patient a deadly toxin? And I'm not being hyperbolic here. I'm not exaggerating. If you swallowed your beta blockers, 3 or 4 beta blockers instead of 1, you'd get very sick. If you took 10, you'd probably die. Now, I know you're only taking 1, but do you really want to take 1/10 of a deadly dose? 1/10 of a poison? 1/10 of a poison that if you took 10 times as much, it would kill you? What is the point? The body is already compromised. The body is already in distress. And now we give it more drugs? Please. Now, it's understandable if we're patients and our doctor tells us these things, but for a doctor to do it, this is why I get so upset. This is why I get so angry. It's not fair. It's exploitative. Now, if your doctor's ignorant, that's fine. Okay, it's understandable. But if he's bought into this medical model of poisoning the body in order to make it healthy, that is unconscionable. If he's ignorant, he just doesn't read, he doesn't get on the internet, he doesn't participate in understanding how the body works, well, that's understandable. Not forgivable, but understandable. But if he's hip to the emergency response and he knows that the body's under distress, and that's why it has hypertension, that's why the blood pressure's high, and then he goes ahead and puts in, dispenses a poison, that's unconscionable and not fair and exploitative. And I'm not even going to talk about the drug companies who absolutely, positively know better. All right, anyway, 877-300-7645 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben, your health advocate, your nutrition advocate, your get off your prescription drug advocate. 877-300-7645 is our number. Tom in Baltimore, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the bright side.
Thanks, Dr. Ben.
Yes, sir. Pharmacist.
Yeah, Pharmacist Ben. Well, you've got a doctorate in pharmacology, right? Anyway, my wife is 80 years old.
Okay.
She's got multiple problems, diabetes, heart condition. She's been diagnosed with congestive heart failure.
Oh, my goodness. How old are you, Tom? Are you over 80?
I'm 75. No, I'm 75. All right?
You sound great. You sound awesome.
But she's been going through a very stressful period. She's had heart disease for the last 15 years. They did a bypass. They did several stents recently. And they put her on different medication. And she's been a lot of stress in her life because of a family situation, okay? It won't go away.
Okay. How can I help you? How can I help you?
She has shingles.
Oh, gosh. Where does she have the shingles?
On her back, in the middle of the back, and on the side from the stomach.
That's miserable. That's absolutely miserable. And she has the shingles. You know, here's the thing about shingles. For the most part, shingles only appears in a compromised body. So if you have shingles, you got a compromised body. I went to a Christmas party on Saturday, and I had it out. I didn't really have it out because the guy was nice, but I just kind of listened, and we had a little friendly debate. He was a doctor, of course, and he was telling me about how you have to have the shingles vaccine and how anybody can get shingles and blah, 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 blah. Listen, that shingles vaccine is one of the biggest scams going. Do you know the shingles vaccine? It's awful. I'm going to get into the shingles. I don't want to. I got a bunch of calls here to get to, but just let me tell you this: the shingles vaccine is not necessary and not effective. Even the company that makes the shingles vaccine admits it's not effective. They say it's 50% effective. We'll get into the mumbo jumbo statistical nonsense about 50% effective. What the heck that means? In any case, shingles needs to be treated as a sign that the body is in distress. So once you have it, and she's 80 years old and her body is essentially falling apart. You can't really take care of the shingles right away without fixing the body, and that's going to take months probably, maybe even years to completely fix the body. So right away, you got to get her on immune boosters. Right away. Vitamin C is the primary antiviral, antibacterial immune booster in the body. Get her on high doses of vitamin C. In fact, you should probably have injectable vitamin C. if you can do injectable vitamin C. Once you have shingles, she's 80 years old, her body's falling apart, you don't have time to mess around. If I were you, I'd find a naturopath who could inject vitamin C right into her blood, high doses of it.
How high, Doc?
You can take 10 grams of it. I mean,
10 grams,
have a naturopath dose her, but she can do high doses. You might also want to have the naturopath throw in some IV glutathione for shingles. IV glutathione. Glutathione is the body's primary disease fighter, and stick it right in the blood. Meantime, while she's doing that, assuming she does that, have her on the Healthy Start Pack #1, sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Make sure she's using the Biolumin Nightly Essence, 3 capsules in the morning, 3 capsules at night. Get her on the Fuchs Z, which is a powerful immune booster, 3 capsules in the morning, 3 capsules at night, and then throw in the Ultimate Selenium, 400 to 600 micrograms a day. If she has any digestive issues, you got to correct those. And if she's still eating sugar, Thomas in Baltimore,
she has diabetes and she's fun. She cheats, but she's not cheating now. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Who's she cheating? She's not cheating me. I'm here. No. I'm here in Colorado. I'm fine. She's not cheating you. You're 75. You sound great. She's not cheating anybody but herself.
Right.
And shingles and a suppressed immune system go hand in hand, and sugar and a suppressed immune system go hand in hand as well. So there's a lot of good information there for you, Tom. I got to move on. God bless you, though. I hope everything works out. Shingles is absolutely, absolutely miserable. And by the way, once the shingles goes away, there's residual pain. So even if the residual damage, I should say. So even if the shingles goes away, you still want her on this supplement program. Thanks for calling, brother. Good luck. Okay, Truth Raider, what's up, buddy?
Hey, it's a season to be jolly, Dr. Ben.
Are you jolly, Truth Raider?
Yes.
Carl, we got to take a break, man. I'm sorry to do that to you. Hang on. We'll get you first up when we come back. I apologize, Carl. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll continue with your phone calls when we come back from this break. Don't go away.
Your personal rights and freedoms are under fire. Rising prices, drought conditions, domestic threats, and excessive government regulations only increase the threat. Having a supply of food is the difference between freedom and captivity. Depression-time breadlines extended for blocks, and those at the end of the line not only experienced fear and humiliation, but often did not receive any food. Having a supply of Go Foods will keep you out of the breadlines and allow you freedom from government dependency for one of your greatest needs. Whether today or in 25 years, Go Foods will be there for you when you need it most. Buy it today, save it for later, feed your freedom. Special values now available. Call us at 800-648-9753 or on the web at www.storefoodnow.com. That's 800-648-9753 or www.storefoodnow.com.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Do you have relatives and friends that are convinced there is no need ever to prepare for any kind of emergency? Are these also folks you buy Christmas presents for? At 30dayfoodsupply.com, we can solve both of these problems at the same time. Go to 30dayfoodsupply.com or call 541-229-0010. We can ship your Christmas presents directly to them. Choose from our original $99 30-day food supply, our long-term storage vegan burger mixes, and other oatmeal, soups, porridges, beans, and granolas for everyday use. All products products are non-GMO, MSG-free, and vegetarian. Most are gluten, soy, and nut-free. Call 541-229-0010 today. Oregon Trail Foods and 30dayfoodsupply.com keep prices low, cutting out the middleman by buying directly from their producers in Oregon. Remember, only $10 ships your entire order to the lower 48. Visit the website 30dayfoodsupply.com. Call 541-229-0010. 30dayfoodsupply.com. 541-229-0010.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective. UnseenNow.com, proud sponsor of GCN. Unseen Now's unparalleled encryption tools keep your communications secure. GCN.
What is up? Thank you for joining us on The Bright Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Back to the phones we go. Carl, the Truth Raider. What is going on today?
Half a century old, Ben. Hey, are those prostate exams that they want us to take when we're 50 years old, are they beneficial or is it just bullshit?
Baloney? Don't say that word, Carl, the Truth Raider, on the radio. You mean baloney? Yes, I think testing and diagnostics are baloney. I think we basically should be taking care of ourselves. On the other hand, if you haven't been taking care of yourself and you're overweight and you got diabetes and you got high blood pressure, you may want to know what's going on in your prostate or in your colon or anywhere else where they want to stick a scope, if you know what I'm saying. So under ideal circumstances, no, we don't need diagnostics, but we don't live in ideal circumstances. So a prostate exam may be something that you want to think about, especially if you have other symptoms. That's the key, Carl. Look for other symptoms. The best way to test yourself for prostate problems or colon problems is to diagnose yourself. Look for symptoms. Look for symptomology. Carl, what you're talking about really is a very important distinction that we don't talk about a lot, and that is the distinction between chemistry and clinical. The body is a chemical system. It's not a clinical system. Doctors are clinical. What doctors do is they work at the end result. They work at the macroscopic level. The problem is the body is created at the microscopic level, and disease occurs at the microscopic level. The macroscopic level, to know what's happening at the macroscopic level, aside from maybe just getting some information, doesn't help us because the problem is occurring at the microscopic level, and the doctors don't work there. They work at the level of the symptom. And this is what it means to be clinical. To be clinical means to work at the level of the symptom. To be chemical means to work at the level of the cause. And you don't need a doctor to assess what's going on at the level of the cause. You just look for your symptoms. You just look for the things that are happening in the body and put it together. So, for example, if you have problems urinating or you're going to the bathroom in the middle of the night multiple times, chances are you got a prostate problem. You don't need a doctor to tell you that. If you feel lightheaded when you stand up, chances are you got an adrenal problem. You don't need a doctor to tell you that. If you're sluggish and your skin is messed up and you're tired all the time and you can't gain weight, can't lose weight, chances are your thyroid's messed up. You don't need a doctor to tell you. You don't need to have a TSH test done to tell you that either. These are just ways that we get monetized. Humanity has been monetized by the medical model. This is what it means to be an ATM machine for your doctors. Now, these are all under ideal circumstances, Carl, but if we've been messing up our body for 50 years, you might want to see what's happening in your prostate. So, under ideal circumstances, we don't need diagnostics. In the real world, you may want to know what's happening to your prostate, especially if you're having a lot of symptoms. In my humble opinion, though, look for your symptomology, dose yourself with nutrition until your symptomology improves, or make some lifestyle choices until your symptomology improves. I'll give you a classic example, Truth Raider. If you're going to the bathroom a lot in the middle of the night, right, over 50, you're going to the bathroom 2 or 3 times, or you feel like you need to urinate, and you can't, those are all signs that you may have an inflamed prostate. Get yourself on the ProstFX, throw in a little beta-cytosterol, maybe 300 milligrams a day, lay off of the fried food, get on 400 IU of vitamin E and 50 milligrams of zinc, picolinate a day, and then watch what happens to your prostate. And if you're like 90% of folks, you'll notice that your prostate symptoms improve, which tells you what? It tells you